What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to This Week in Esports and Gaming, the show where we talk about the latest and greatest in business happenings for esports gaming and creators. I'm your host, 𝗠𝗿𝗶. We're here for the 4th week of March 2023, and let's dive right into it. Our first top 3 story, TWIEG, Twitch, and Gamers Group have all announced layoffs. Reporting on this was done by James Fudge in the ESPORTS Advocate, which I'll actually detail more in the next story, but I just want to give them credit ahead of time. TWIEG has reportedly done a large round of layoffs, with number of employees affected sitting at around 20 to 25% of the entire staff. Apparently, everyone was surprised by these layoffs, including upper management. The layoffs took place across all departments, with league operations taking the biggest hit. That being said, a TWIEG rep issued a statement saying that they can only confirm that 2 members of the TWIEG League Ops department were affected by these layoffs. Twitch has laid off over 400 employees, with Dan Clancy making a statement accordingly. This is his first big move as CEO, given Emmett Shear resigned recently and he took over the reins. Twitch stated that the current macroeconomic environment, as well as user and revenue growth failing to meet expectations, were the primary reason for these layoffs. And I saw lots of veterans at Twitch who've been there for over 8 years get laid off, which is unfortunate to see. These layoffs also come after Amazon's wider round of layoffs, which impacted 9,000 people total. So far, this is Amazon's second round of layoffs this year. And Gamers Group, the parent company of 𝗠𝗿𝗶, 𝗠𝗿𝗶, and more, also announced layoffs in both staff and freelancers, with losses focused on the editorial department. According to Jake Nordland, at least 50 journalists and writers have been publicly announced that they have laid off. This company cited the collapse of Silicon Valley Bank as a reason for these contracts being terminated. That being said, in an internal email to the staff, Gamer CEO claimed that the layoffs were a result of inefficiencies and relative underperformance of certain content. So with all this news in mind, it really just sucks to see that so many people have been let go. Perhaps the next story can serve as an inspiration to those laid off. 𝗠𝗿𝗶 and 𝗠𝗿𝗶 Chen have joined the ESPORTS Advocate. 𝗠𝗿𝗶's move comes after he and James, the founder of the ESPORTS Advocate, worked together at SBJ for quite a while now, and 𝗠𝗿𝗶 is well known in the gaming space given what he's reported on in the past and the stories he's written on. On the other side of things, 𝗠𝗿𝗶 joins after working at TEO and SBJ for quite a while as a freelance writer on esports business. He's been writing with the ESPORTS Advocate for a few months now, but has made it official with him joining to work on the APAC related stories. I really just want to highlight this because I think it's truly awesome what James, 𝗠𝗿𝗶, and 𝗠𝗿𝗶 are doing, and awesome things in the esports editorial space and what they're reporting on. So I hope you all give the ESPORTS Advocate a follow and a read, because they've been writing on awesome things. They've been covering great topics on the business side of esports and gaming, and I hope we can support them even more so here now. Valve have announced Counter-Strike 2. This is a huge announcement by Valve and has really been taken well in the gaming space and specifically the FPS space, and it's taken them all by storm. The announcement this past week brought CSGO to a peak viewership over 900,000 on Twitch, with the game seeing around 266,000 average viewers on the day CS2 was announced. CSGO, Valve's current iteration of the game, has reached over 1.5 million players as a result, an all-time record for a game that came out over 10 years ago, and many esports orgs, pros, and community members are excited for CS2, including myself, given the upgrades and advances made to the game so far. The game is currently in beta and will be available to all players as a free upgrade later this summer. And with that, the Paris major that Blast is hosting will be the last one in CSGO, with all majors transitioning to CS2 thereafter. I'm very excited for CS2, not just because CSGO is my classic esport that I was raised on, but the implication of this that it has for Valve. Valve rarely release new games, and while they often go radio silent on esports things or other game development things, it seems they've really taken the time to make CS2 a good experience for players. You know, they're doing a lot of things like making sure that skins from CSGO get immediately transferred over to CS2, and that they look even better as well. Those are the small things that make people really happy with the game devs and ultimately increase player retention and revenue per player, which are classic game business metrics. So I'm thrilled to see the future of CS esports as well. As far as partnerships go, Riot Games partnered with BenQ and Amazon. For the first partnership, BenQ will provide their Zowie XL2566K monitors, which feature 360Hz refresh rate to all players participating in VCT Pacific. And for the second partnership, Prime Gaming will continue to act as a global sponsor for all of Riot's esports titles, including League of Legends, Valorant, and TFT. Optic Gaming partnered with Spire Motorsports. Optic's branding will be featured across Corey LaJoie's car during the NASCAR Cup race today, and Optic and Spire Motorsports will also create merchandise line as well. This marks their second partnership together after partnership in late 2022 for the NASCAR Cup race in Vegas. Blast renewed their partnership with Epic Games. As a result, Blast will continue to produce the Fortnite esports events in 2023 with 3 major tournaments and the Global Championship, which will take place in Denmark. The Global Championship will feature a $4 million prize pool, which is pretty awesome. As far as finance and M&A goes, Studio Now have acquired Bad Moon Talent. Bad Moon Talent will be incorporated into Studio Now as a result and will use their connections in gaming and esports to improve their offerings to their clients. While the sum wasn't disclosed, it was revealed that the Bad Moon Talent will help provide access to social and streaming capabilities for influencer marketing campaigns, as well as offer improved production infrastructure for creators working with brands. Giants Gaming have launched a VC fund as well as Giants Innovation Hub. This new innovation hub will be in Spain with the intention of supporting innovative tech projects related to gaming and esports with the purpose of building the future of the internet. Not exactly sure what the last part means, but either way, this will be incorporated and then comprised of Giants Esports Lab, Giants Media for Equity, and Giants Venture Capital. They expect their VC fund to reach 50 million euros to allocate to up to 40 startups. Atari are going to acquire Night Dive Studios. This $10 million deal is expected to be completed next month with another $10 million based on the 3-year performance as well. For reference, Night Dive Studios focuses on bringing classic video games to gamers and is currently working on a remaster of System Shock 2. CCP Games have raised $40 million. The round was led by Andreessen Horowitz and will be dedicated to developing their blockchain-based game as well as other games like the core EVE online game they already currently have. Take-Two Interactive have acquired Game Club. While the amount was undisclosed, Game Club serves as a premium games platform bringing classic games to mobile. It'll be interesting to see where Take-Two integrates Game Club given they were only founded in 2019. The blockchain game studio Mystic Games have raised $1.3 million. The round was led by Shima Capital, with the studio aiming to bring fairness and flexibility to Web3 mobile games. They will use this to make their upcoming mobile game Call of the Void and build their DAO. Passion Punch have raised $4 million. The round was led by Kalendi with participation from Turkcell New Technologies Venture Capital Fund and Repi. This round comes as the company is transitioning to Web3 and puts the company at a valuation of $39 million. The Iterative Capital have raised $1.2 million. The Singapore-based indie game publisher saw this round led by Cocoon Capital and other angel investors. They will use these funds to expand their team as well as support more game developers through their game dev process. As far as workforce changes go, Kevin Palmer joins University of Michigan as the assistant director for esports and intramurals. He was most recently the director of esports for Carthage College in Wisconsin, and he has lots of experience in academia, holding roles from CTE department chair to being the student director of intramural sports at a variety of schools. He was also a licensed vocational nurse for the U.S. Army Reserve for 6 years, and he holds a master's of education in sports administration from Concordia University, Texas. Katie Chappell joined Super League Gaming as the VP of Integrated Marketing. Katie was most recently the VP of Account Management and Integrated Marketing at 100 Thieves and spent time at Gale Partners as well as Fullscreen before, so she has lots of experience in content and marketing. She holds a bachelor's in advertising and marketing from CU Boulder. Christopher Lee joins Razer as a senior partner manager for monetization. Christopher spent the last 10 years with either Skullcandy, Astro, or Logitech, given the combination of all these companies, and will now be looking after partners for monetization for Razer. He holds an associate's in computer animation and graphic design from the Arts Institutes. Aaron Dreyer joins Backbone as the head of marketing. He has tons of experience in gaming, most notably spending over 12 years at Astro Gaming as the VP of marketing, and he held roles at Logitech and Activision in the past as well, and will now be responsible for all marketing at Backbone. He holds a bachelor's in English and Comp Lit Studies at Occidental College. Matt Bilby joins LVP as a venture partner. He spent over 25 years at EA, joining the company when he was 18 and moving up to become the executive VP of strategic growth, so he has tons of experience in the gaming space. He's been the last few years doing other work before announcing his formal joining of LVP to invest in games and other technologies. Congrats to you, Matt. Kevin Carter has been promoted to the Director of Product for Player Experience at Riot Games. He's been with Riot for nearly 6 years now, was most recently Senior Manager of Product for Player Experience. Before that, he spent over 10 years at Blizzard as a Program Manager and Producer as well, and he holds an Associate in English from Long Beach City College. Matt Augustine and Andrew Richter have been promoted to the VP of Brand and Creative Strategy as well as Senior Analyst for Insights and Business Strategy at FaZe Clan. Matt was previously the Brand and Creative Strategy Director for the past 2 years at FaZe and spent time at 72 and Sunny as a strategist as well in the past. He will be responsible for aligning and building FaZe's brand as well as their content, and he holds a bachelor's in public relations from Illinois State University. Andrew has been promoted from his previous role as Insights Coordinator that he held for the past year as a bit, and he also was an esports manager at his past in his alma mater, University of St. Mary, where he received a bachelor's in business from as well. As far as new stuff goes, Virtus Pro are now going to be reintegrated into Blast and ESL tournaments. This basically means that VP's CSGO roster that's been playing under the name Outsiders that won IEM Rio Major will be able to compete under the VP name again. This comes after VK, the social networking app based in Russia, sold the esports org back in 2022. That's it for this week in esports and gaming. Thank you so much for tuning in. Credit to the authors and brands themselves for the images and information provided. If you want to give this a like or a thumbs up or tag someone down below or share this even to someone who might find this valuable, I greatly appreciate it. And once again, everybody, have a great day.